Ah, you bastard, right me. Whoa! All this for a picture of a bloody woodpecker. Better work. It had better work. How are we doing, folks? Welcome back. Welcome back to a bit of an update. So we're going to be, well, it's going to be two parts, this film. So we're going to do a bit of photography in the second bit, but first off, here it is, we're just going to get our little chainsaw. Let's just make sure we've got some juice in it. Here we go. That'll do. Full power. Right. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give you a bit of an update. I'll tell you what we've been up to in the wildlife homestead. So, I'll tell you what we have been doing. We've been chopping loads of wood. Yeah, check that out. It's not a bad log pile, is it? So we've been getting all this processed. This is what was at the top of the lane. So we're going to have a wander up there now. What we're going to take, we'll take some gloves with us. We'll take the chainsaw. What else have we been up to? We've done a bit more on the workshop. Workshop's fully operational now. We've managed to get the grass cut, which was fantastic. It was a big job. We got another mower. We got the ride-on mower down, but it was a bit long for the ride-on mower, so we used the self-propelled one. Managed to get it all cut, and let's have a look up here. We've done a bit of pruning in the orchard. Got some of these trees, but we did that last time, didn't we? I think we've done a little bit more actually, and we've done some extra work on the setup. We've managed to get the meadow cut. Now, I don't know a lot about wildflower meadows, but been taking a bit of advice on board, and it should be cut back. Now, I don't know, you kind of think that you just let it go and do its own thing with it being a wildflower meadow, but they need to be cut back at the end of the season, and probably before we did it, but we've only had a chance to do it now. So we've got that cut. I'm going to leave all around the perimeter. I'm going to leave that to grow back as scrub, because I think it's, you know, I don't want it all wildflowers. So we've planted the trees. You can see where the trees are. They're actually sprouting, which is really good. So they've taken well. We've extended some of the perches. We'll have a wander up there after. We've put a nice big perch up there. Hopefully we can get some of them red kites or the common buzzards down. 7 I counted yesterday, and a couple of red kites, so fingers crossed we can get them to come down. Who knows. Now, what we've been doing down here, I've actually taken this feeding station down. Now this whole wildlife homestead, it's kind of fluid, so every week I'm learning something different. What I was going to do, I was going to put a hide up here and have it, I don't know, two-sided if you will, but I'll take you up here. It is so wet, the ground is wet through. You can see, well, you can see down there, it's absolutely soaking, so it's not ideal. So for now we've taken that feeding station down and we've moved everything up onto the meadow. So what we'll do now, we'll go and get that nice silver birch log, because we've had a lot of visits off the Greater Spotted Woodpecker. Had him on that one up there that I put up, possibly to get the sparrowhawks down on, but No sparrowhawks as yet on that one, but like I said, we've had the woodpecker down quite regularly as well. There's some trailer full of logs from the top of the lane this morning. We've been splitting and chopping. We've had the chainsaw going this morning. That wood's all drying out nicely. So let's have a wander up here. I'll tell you what we have been doing. I made a load of bird boxes. Well, I made 10 and we're going to make another 10. All these ones were just with a standard round hole, like a, you know, blue tip box, if you will. Now I know it's late and they should have been up a lot sooner than this, but let's have a look. So I got them all up yesterday. There's one, and within an hour 2 of the boxes had birds going in, which is a fantastic sign. Now the next lot that I'm going to make, I'll tell you what, nearly forgot about this. Yeah, the next lot I'm going to make are going to be open fronted ones, so you know, for robins, maybe red storks, spotted flycatchers, pied flycatchers, we'll see. But we're going to make 10 of them, get them up as soon as we can and just see what happens. So this bit here, this is my favourite little spot, and as you might be able to see, we've created a bit of a path. So I've just been working at levelling it off because it was a bit of a gradient, it was a bit treacherous, especially here. So you can see there, it's a lot more level. Another bird box there. There we go. So up to the top of the lane. This is what we've been working on this morning. So we've been trying to get this lot whittled down. You can see we've been grafting.
Enjoying yourself?
Yeah, having a right laugh.
Living the dream?
And we're getting there. We're actually getting there. What we want to do with this area, you can see there, I want to level this out. It's a little bit of a slope, and we want to get a machine in here, get a bit of stone down, make a nice area. If any mates come down in the camper vans and what have you, or you know, there's no space to park down near the house, you can park up here. So that's a big job. I don't know how long this pile of wood's been here, but some of it's starting to go damp, and it's in danger of going rotten. So I think we've just caught it in time, but there's a lot of it. It's not the best burning wood, but once it's dried out, you know, it's all right for now, isn't it? So that'll be good. That's another good job to be done. Oh, them little trees I was telling you about. There we go. So these are ones that we put in the other week, a couple of weeks ago. Look at that already. Fantastic. Another one over here. So there we go. Look at that. Mega. So well chuffed with that. So they've taken all right. So we put 6 in up here and we put 24 in down there on the meadow. So crabapple, wild cherry and rowan. So now this is the little bit of wood that we've been working in and getting all these. You can see all these I've taken out. So these are all ash trees. Sadly they've all got ash dieback. You can see there they're absolutely goosed, but in a way it's kind of forced me to work on this little bit of woodland and thin it out. All the good stuff is obviously being left, and as I'm taking these out, you can see the, you know, the piles of wood that I've taken out. So there and there as well. Look at all that. And we've been taking some of the briars out as well. So it's kind of chalked really, especially up on this spot up here. I mean, look at all that briar. It's kind of thick with it. So we're not going to take all of it out, but we're going to take quite a bit of it out. There's some fantastic trees in here, but like these ones, ash. You can see the ash here with you see them little black tips on. They've self-seeded, they're weak, and they're all going to come out. And we're left with some, you know, we've got a nice oak tree there. We've got, what's that one? No, that's ash, that's going to come out. We've got some nice silver birches. So, yeah, quite a bit of work to do in here, but it's nice just plugging away. Now, this is a silver birch. Now, whether it's just come down of its own accord, probably, but we're going to go in here. This is going to be our woodpecker prop. So it's far too long for us to carry at the moment, but we're going to take the thickest bit down there. We're going to saw it off. I'm going to leave all them limbs on it, and we're going to plant that on the setup over there. You can see the meadow in the background. We're going to take that up there, dig a hole. We're going to drill some holes in the side of it, put some fat balls in, and see if we can get some pictures of this woodpecker, some nice ones. We're going to put one of the hides up. We'll put that up tonight, and then tomorrow, I don't know what the weather's like tomorrow, but whatever it is, we're going to be in the hide, so it don't matter. And we'll see if we can get some Greater Spotted Woodpecker pictures. Right, let's get cracking. Let's get this sawn and let's get it down there. Right, so 15 foot, something like that. Let's get it lobbed off. Right, let's try again. Right, here we go. Hi-ho! Right, that will do. I think yeah, we'll dig it in here, we'll put it in, well, as far as we can get it, because the ground here is really rocky. We'll go back down, get my little graft spade, get that in, and I need to get my breath back. Flipping it, it'll keep me fit around here. Little goldfinch just on the, yeah, Goldie, on the wire fence. The amount of little birds around here is fantastic. We actually put my Merlin app on the other day, and I had willow tits and marsh tits. So that was confirmed that apparently that is the best way to identify them, because they're so similar to look at, really difficult to identify visually, but apparently the call is very different. So you never know, we might get some pictures of them on here, but we're aiming for the Greater Spotted Woodpecker. So I'm going to lie this down. As you can see, I've extended the setup, hopefully, well, with a view to getting some of the raptors down, with a plethora, red kites and buzzards, loads of buzzards, and I'm really keen to try and get them down here. Whether they come down or not, who knows, I don't know. I've been putting the odd pheasant down, see if anything comes down. We've not had anything yet. We've had the sparrowhawk in, which is good, but this little session tomorrow, we're concentrating on the woodpecker. If someone else comes in, we'll take that, won't we? But for now, let's lower this down. Woo, and get it dug in. Right, spade. That's the area we're looking at. Do we get rid of that? I'm not sure yet. Right, let's lob that in. Probably going to take this limb off. Let's have a look. Let's have a closer look. So that's the angle that we're going to be viewing from. So that potentially, I don't know, it might get in where that. I'm still under. Yeah, we'll take it off. We'll lob it off there. Left my saw down there, brilliant. Right, what we'll do, we'll nip down, get the hide. I'll tell you what we are going to do first. We're going to drill some holes in it. So this is my preferred method. If I'm doing a setup like this, level, there we go. All it takes, dead simple, cordless drill with as big a spade bit as you've got. So 32mm spade bit. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to get a fat ball, I'm going to break that up. I'm actually going to put some peanuts in first, but the trick is I don't want these visible from the angle that I'm looking at, so I don't want to see them, so I'm going to put them around the back, and then hopefully the woodpecker will find them when it moves around slightly, which they do, you know, they're around, knocking around all over the place, and then we'll try and get our pictures then. But all I'm going to do, I'm just going to drill 4 or 5 holes, point them slightly downwards, peanuts in, fat balls on the top, hammer them in, little toffee hammer there, get that fat ball in nice and tight so they've actually got to work to get it out, and we'll see if it does the job. So that's the technique I've used for the feed for the Greater Spotted Woodpeckers. I'm going to drill probably 4 or 5 more holes, but we'll do that afterwards. So this is where we're going to be putting the hide. We're going to bob that in later. We'll probably use the, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, the maunel. I think we'll put the maunel up and leave it up for a bit. So this is where the permanent hide's going to go. Now, I've been having a look at this and we're going to have to elevate it slightly. So the thought process is, I don't want to be below down and looking up and getting sky in the background. So I want to raise it up slightly. It'll be warmer as well. We're going to insulate underneath it. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get maybe 6 telegraph poles, dig them in and have it maybe 2 foot off the ground. So we're going to have a bit of a step going up into it, and it'll be a better viewpoint. So I'll be more level with the setup, if you will. So setup wise, like I said, I've introduced some extra perches. We're gonna build this up. It's early days yet. What I have done, I've started building some brash up here because I've found that the birds are a little bit more confident if they've got more cover. So there's a load of dead trees up in the field there. I'm going to drag some of them down. We've got some more in the wood, and we're going to plant some trees around the back of there as well. That's going to take a while to get established, but we can effectively make what's called a dead hedge, and the birds kind of use that as a transition spot to getting onto the feeders. Perch wise, we've got this nice big sturdy one here. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it, with a buzzard on, but fingers crossed. Now, I've seen so many kites and buzzards flying around, but I've not actually seen any come down yet. So what I have done, I've put another perch that I found, quite a big in this one, so that's a good 10 foot up there, and I'm hoping that if they're not completely confident we're coming straight down to the setup, they'll maybe use this as a staging point, if you will, look down onto the setup and then work their way down. That's the thought process anyway. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to drill a few more holes, get them filled up, get that hide up, and we'll see you in the morning. Morning, folks. Well, we're bedded in. We've been in about an hour, and I tell you something, I'm glad I didn't put my winter clothes away. It's cold this morning. So even though Easter's just round the corner and the clocks are going to go forward, don't put your winter gear away yet, because sitting in a hide, believe me, it can be cold work because you're not moving, so get layered up. So yeah, keep them winter togs out for a bit yet. But we've had a bit of success. We've had the woodpeckers in, which was the woodpeckers are the target species. That's what we were after. That was the whole point of this little session. So you saw last night that we got that dead silver birch tree put in. I managed to consolidate it, put a few nice perches around it. The thing I find as well, sometimes when you start watching various species, and these woodpeckers are a prime example really, they don't come straight into where you'd like them to, if you will. They tend to come in from the side, so they'll come in like a different route, if you will. So if you can put some perches on that route that they're going to come in on, there's a good chance that you're going to get some pictures on them. And I put a particularly nice log, a big mossy log, going across the base of this silver birch, and they were straight down on that. So that worked an absolute treat. Predominantly they've been coming in on the nut feeders, which it's what it is, isn't it? I'm not too fussed. If they come in on the silver birch, which is what we wanted, so be it. We've got a couple of decent shots on there, but not the actual shot that I'm after, that sideways profile. But we'll stick at it. At one point we actually had 3 woodpeckers in shot. So I had 2 in the distance at the bottom of the meadow, and 1 on the nut feeder. I'll put a bit of footage on now, but there's no shortage of them around here. I can hear them drumming all the time. It's yeah, it's quite a busy place for the old woodpeckers. Yeah, another bit of a tip for you. Try and stay focused on that particular spot. I put that silver birch post in with the view to getting that particular shot, and it's so easy to become distracted. We've got quite a big feeding station here, so I've perches all the way around. Now, keeping my head down, as a raven just gone over. Yeah, like I was saying, try and stay focused, because there are so many birds. I'll show you on here. I mean, I tell you what, if you haven't got it, try and get the Merlin app. The Merlin app is fantastic, and it's amazing how many birds are around that you haven't actually seen, but it picks them up now. This is where are we? So this was a 10-minute recording. So I was saying about getting distracted. So this is a list of all the birds in the space of about 10 minutes. All them. So ranging from, we've got tree sparrow, bullfinch, grey wagtail, jackdaw pheasant, mistle thrush, coal tit, gold crests, nuthatch, dunnock, house sparrow, great tit, carrion crow, raven, blackcap, chaffinch, chiffchaff, blue tit, wren, song thrush and robin. So with all them. No greater spotted woodpeckers. Well, he'd never picked any up on the, with the call, but I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear them drumming again at the moment. Woodpeckers. Right folks, well that I think is it for this one. I can't really offer any great pearls of wisdom regarding photographing these Greater Spotted Woodpeckers. The only thing I can say is if you put plenty of perches out, and nice perches and ones that aren't obstructing, you know, the others, there's a good chance that you're going to get them. I mean, I put where we put that silver birch log in, I put some nice old gnarly rotten mossy trunks and that I'd found down in the bottom, and I got some really nice footage. I wasn't expecting the woodpecker to go down onto them, and he were looking for, you know, insects and having a good peck. You've seen it. Well, I'll put the footage on now, but that was fantastic to see. So I managed to get some shots where I didn't really expect to get any. So just mix it up a bit really. That's all I can offer for this one. So that is it for this. We're going to call it a do. I'm going to go down, get some scran, get the chainsaw out again. We need to get rid of that pile of logs. So that's this afternoon's job. Thanks for watching. Bit of an update on the old wildlife homestead, but also we've chucked a bit of photography in as well. So thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know if it's that side or this side, but anyway, I'll put a subscribe button down there. Hit the subscribe button, give us a like. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.